You're great to see you out here. Fifth time going to the postseason. How excited are you about this opportunity, and what have you learned from your previous opportunities that might help you this time around?
すごく楽しみにもちろんしてますし、でも過去のプレーオフっていうのは結構前の感じがするのでわからないですけれども、とにかく今回はあんまりエキサイトしすぎないようにいつも通り投げたいと思います。
Yeah, obviously excited to be here. Going into the playoffs. Looking back at the past, it seems like something that's a long time ago. So I don't think I can give you a really good answer on that. But just going into tomorrow's game, I think I'm going to try to be not too excited and not too amped up.
How much of a confidence builder is it for you that you've been throwing the ball as well as you have, and in the second half throwing the ball great, being able to take that momentum into the postseason with you?
すごくいい状態で来ていると思いますし、すごく自信を持って投げられると思います。
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a good place, and I feel like I can go out there with some confidence and compete.
Two great outings against the Mets so far this season. Obviously, you're constantly studying. Do those outings help you in any way, or is it sort of a blank slate as you're coming into postseason now facing this team for a third time?
いいピッチングはできてますけど、たまたまだというふうには思ってますし、ただ過去2試合も含めてその映像とか、自分がどういうふうに攻めたかっていうのは使えるので、いい方向に持っていけたらいいなと思います。
Yeah, I did do good against these guys this year, but I try not to focus too much on that. Obviously, I have the video and all that stuff leading into tomorrow's game, so I have something to study on going into the game. But I try not to focus too much on that.
I know how much you love studying and preparation and game planning. Does it change at all for a start like this one where there's so much more on the line? And what is it about that game planning process that kind of allows you to thrive?
別に特に日頃と変えた風なところはないですけど、過去2試合今年は対戦しているっていうのもあって、ある程度頭に入っているっていうところはあるので、ただすごく楽しく勉強はできました。
No, I mean you don't change anything too much. Yeah, like I mentioned, I was able to pitch 2 games against these guys this season, and I have the data and more information on them. So, yeah, again, it's always a fun process to study the opponent, and that'll be the same for this one too.
Kevin Acee?
How was that different, your video study, your study of, say, like the last 10 at-bats and that sort of thing? How was that different when you just found out that it was going to be the Mets? Had you started looking at the Mets and the Cardinals?
でも、一応カージナルスも見てましたし、メッツもそうでしたし、クリンチする前はジャイアンツも見てたので、でもいっぱい見れるっていうのはいいことなので、はい。
No, yeah. I was studying the Cardinals. I was looking at the Mets, and even before we clinched the playoffs, I was looking at the Giants too. So, but again, this whole process of going through the hitters is a fun process for me. So.
What have you learned from your postseason experiences? Everyone talks about how different it is, how much more exciting, much more intense, and how much of a challenge is that for you to keep it all calm?
特にチャレンジすることは僕の中では全くないというか、エキサイトをしないようにとは言いましたけど、だから普通の試合だと思って、オールスター明けの試合と、これ投げましたけど、それと同じだと思い込んでいけば大丈夫だと思います。
Yes. Yeah, like I mentioned before, try not to, get overly excited, too excited, just because it's the playoffs, We came here, I think it was after the All-Star break, and we played against these guys, and I took the mound. So it's kind of have the same mentality as that going on to the mound. That's my approach.
Just to follow up on the earlier Mets question, in your very good season, you were particularly good against them this year. Why do you think that was in those games?
運です。たまたまだと思って。
I think that was luck.
いやでも本当にその、別に他のチームと違う勉強の仕方をしたわけでもないし、メッツのバッター今見ててもやっぱりすごくいいバッターいっぱいいるので、本当に、たまたま自分がいいところに投げられたっていうところ、あと相手のその時の調子とか、そういうのにも寄ったんじゃないかなとは思いますけど。
You know, I didn't change anything. I'm talking about the regular season, you know, going against each opponent. So, you know, I would study the Mets as I would any other team. And, you know, obviously there's really good hitters over there. And I feel like I was maybe able to particularly command my pitches, locate my pitches on those given days. And also, you know, how they are with their hitting at that particular time might matter a little bit too. So, yeah, I think that all kind of goes into play.
You not just this season here, but even with your previous teams, you've had some very, very good games in this ballpark. Is this a stadium, a ballpark that you really enjoy pitching, where there be the mound or the sight lines or something like that?
確かにそのいい結果は残ってると思うんですけど、そんなにめちゃくちゃいいイメージがあるかっていうと、そこまで、あんまりそう意識しないぐらいなので、ただそのいい成績残ってるのはすごく自信にはなるので、自信を持ってはいきたいと思いますけど。
Yeah, having good results at a particular stadium, you know, that does give you a little bit of confidence. But, you know, when I think about coming here, it doesn't necessarily give me like a really good feeling, sort of say. So, but that said, you know, I do have some good results at this stadium, and you know, hopefully, I can go in there with some more confidence.
You've put a very impressive last couple months together. What are some specific things that you think have allowed you to succeed?
コマンドがだいぶ結構特にまっすぐ系に関しては安定してたっていうところがあったので、最初の方はシーズンの初めの方はすごく変化球っていうところをこう逆ついてまっすぐ行ったりとか、そういうことができてたのは良かったんじゃないかなと思います。
I think it comes down to being really able to command the pitches, especially on my fastballs, the faster pitches. You know, I feel like I was able to hit my spots, and yeah, just overall good command of the fastball. I think helped me a lot.
Take a couple more in English, and then we'll switch to Japanese. AJ?
This might just be me, but it looks like you're having a lot of fun pitching this season. Are you having more fun pitching this season? And what do you like particularly about this team and this being in this clubhouse?
ファンと言われたら、でもそんな楽しいのかなと思うけど、でもその勉強してる時はすごくだからいつも言うけど楽しいし、それがちゃんと結果として時は楽しいですけど、一応プロとしてここにいるので。ちゃんとその自分がパドレスに求められていることをちゃんとするっていうことだけを考えてますけど、でもこのチームはすごくみんな明るいので、飛行機の中でもそうですし、そうやってその中でこの年になってこう一緒に野球ができるっていうのは幸せだと思います。
Yeah, we have some good characters on this team. You know, it's a fun clubhouse, and you know, just given where I am. Where I am with my career, it's, you know, it's a blessing to be in that clubhouse and have fun with those guys. But again, I kind of go back to what I was saying earlier. I think the fun process for me has always been, particularly this year, studying the hitters, you know, in the way that I was studying. So, you know, that has been the very fun process for me. And also, you know, I am a professional baseball player, and I think that comes with some certain responsibilities. And, you know, you know, you want to go out there and, you know, perform in a way that, you know, in a good way. So.
Any other questions in English? Okay, turn the back.
ダイビスさんお疲れ様です。
そうです。
レギュラーシーズン中は試合が終わった時にチームが勝っているために長いイニングを投げて、 球数を減らして失点を減らしてっていう投げ方だったと思うんですけど、このポストシーズン入って短期決戦になることで配球だったりゲームプランって変わるっていうことはありますか？
いや変わらないですね。ここに来ていきなりバンと変えて全然ダメっていうよりかはいつも通り、今年ずっとやってきたことをやった方が確率が高いと思うので変えないと思いますね。
Next question, you can raise your hand. In the front here.
はい、ダルビッシュさんお疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です
シャーザー投手とはシーズン中も投げ合って、はい非常に勉強になるピッチャーだという話をされていて、もちろん直接対戦するわけではないですけど、そういった投手とこの第一戦プレーオフの開幕投手として投げ合うことはいかがでしょう？
すごくやっぱり歴史にも残る投手だと思うので、そういう投手と、こういう舞台で、お互い年も、結構取ってる中でこうやってお互い第一戦投げれるっていうのは、自分はすごく光栄に思います。
Yuki?
サンケイスポーツ山田です。皆さんこのプレーオフの開幕戦を任されたということは率直にどう感じられますか？先ほどのお話聞いてると自然体で臨もうとしている感じがしますが、その指名された時に考えたこと思ったことがあれば教えてください。
いやでも単純に自分でも1戦目かなっていうふうには思ってたので特に驚きもなかったですし、ただ去年の今の時期にはやっぱり今の自分ここにいるのはやっぱり想像できなかったことなので、股関節のこともありましたし、でもやっぱりここに立てるっていうのはやっぱり家族のやっぱりファンであったりとか、そういういろんな方たちの支えがあってのここなので、そういう意味ではすごくいろんな方に感謝はしてます。
Back left of the room.
すみません、共同通信の白石です。お疲れ様です。先ほどからいつも通りということをおっしゃってますけど、なかなかなんでしょう、いつも通りと思っても難しい部分もあったりと思うんですね。その辺どう心がけたり、何か日頃の生活面だったり、どの辺意識されていつも通りにやろうと思われますか？
多分結局いつも通り多分難しい、いつも通りやるのが難しい理由って結局そのポストシーズンいつもと違う試合だっていう自分の認識があるからそうなるわけじゃないですか。そう思わなければいいだけの話っていう、だからそんなに難しいことではないですね。